Hello. Today we are going to be talking about lesson number 4. So remember, a society is a large group of people that live together. There are 5 parts of a society we are going to learn about. We already talked about social, political, interaction, and now we're going to talk about culture. C stands for culture. Culture. It is the development and interaction of cultures. So you can think of education, art and music, language, religion and beliefs, and food. These are all parts of culture. So our main category is culture, and under culture you can think about languages. Karen, and in Karen there's Po Karen and Ska Karen, Oromo, Spanish, English, and even there are different types of English with different dialects. British English is different than English spoken in the United States. Food is also a part of culture. What kind of meat? Does the culture eat rice, fruit, or corn? All kinds of foods are a part of culture. And different societies have different cultures and they have different food. Art is also a part of culture. Dancing, music, painting, all are a part of art, which is a part of culture. Religion is also a part of culture. Is the culture Muslim, Buddhist, Christian, Hindu, Jewish? And there are many more examples, but all of these are a part of culture. We're going to look at some pictures and you're going to look and say, what did you observe in the pictures? So what did you see? And there are many things. This is art. This is actually a house in Cuba. An artist put all the little pieces and designed the art on the house in Cuba. And you can go visit. It's a part of their culture and the art that is important to them. This is a picture of food. There's some injera on the bottom, different vegetables and meat and potatoes and beans like lentils. So this is a very common food that would be eaten in Eastern Africa. School. This is also a part of culture. What do you learn in school? Who goes to school with you? This is a part of culture. This is a church. This is a Catholic church. This is also a part of culture. What kind of building does that religion use for worship? So this is an example of a Catholic church where Christians may go. So some questions to think about when you're thinking about culture, you can think of, what do people believe in? What is their religion? What language do people speak? What food do people eat? What music do people listen to? What art do people make? So we're going to read this paragraph. And in the paragraph, we're going to look for examples of culture. So remember, back to our graphic organizer, all of these are examples of culture. So as we're listening to the paragraph, think about, does it talk about art? Does it talk about food? Maybe different languages or religion? So that's what you're listening for when we're reading the paragraph. The largest fast food chain in the United States is McDonald's. There are McDonald's all over the world. It started in 1948 in California with hamburger stands opened by Maurice and Richard McDonald. Hamburger University opened in Oak Brook, Illinois in 1961 as a training school. McDonald's had 1,000 restaurants by 1968. A breakfast menu was introduced in 1973. The company opened its first drive-up restaurant in 1975. Chicken nuggets were introduced in 1983. By 1990, there were more than 10,000 McDonald's restaurants, including 2,500 outside the United States. McDonald's moved beyond the hamburger business by acquiring Chipotle, Mexican Grill, Donato's Pizza, and Boston Market in the United States. So, did you hear any examples of culture? Did they talk about food, different languages, religion, or education, or art, or music? When I was listening, I heard some examples, especially talking about food. So let's see some examples. One example, the largest fast food chain in the United States is McDonald's. So it's talking about food in the United States. And the name is McDonald's, and that's a part of the culture in the United States. A second example is chicken nuggets were introduced in 1983. So the chicken nuggets are an example of a food that people eat in that culture. By 1990, there are more than 10,000 McDonald's restaurants, including 2,500 outside the United States. So McDonald's started in the United States. There are a lot of McDonald's in the United States, but there are also 2,500 McDonald's outside the United States in all the different parts of the world. So these are all examples of culture. So remember, culture is very big and complicated, and there are a lot of parts to culture, and that make a group of people very unique and special. So think about your food, the languages, the religion, and the art.